All right, July 28th, it is Tuesday, back in the market again, and another strong day for small caps. Looking at my computer here, I hope it don't overheat. We're getting real hot here. It's like 100 in Philly, so might have to do this again. All right, let's start at the top gainers list. It is right now like 3:58. The market's about to close, and KODK, Kodak Eastman, what a move! And it started pre-market. So let's take a look here. Kodak stock triples as company announces pandemic plan to start making pharmaceutical ingredients. Eastman, Kodak gets 765 million US loan to make drug ingredients. I thought Eastman Kodak wasn't a camera company. Am I missing something here? Kodak triples and make COVID-19 ingredients. How are they doing that? Are they turning into a pharmaceutical company now? I didn't read all through this, but that's pretty crazy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Small caps, and this is why you play small caps. So this was the first move. This was 6:05 a.m. First little candle that looks different than these candles. And I use E-Trade, so they're open at 7, so I have to wait till 7. But you see the move here. Here is the move. 3 was the line, and this went all the way to as high as 1179, 1178. So what do you have there? That's 7, 8, almost a $9 move on penny stocks. It's a penny stocks. That's why people play penny stocks, small caps. The moves are incredible. You don't even need a lot of size. So let me try to move this over as far as I can. So look at 7 a.m. right here. So right here you have an opening candle. This is 5 minute. You can take it down to 3 minute. So you have a cross woman right here, but you can see that's why you have pre-market open. And look at this move here. Immediately, so you're looking at 6 line and the 5 line, and maybe in between like 550, maybe this candle. So if you do in 2 to about 400 shares, maybe 600, you have the 6 line right here. Maybe you play in between here. So with this candle, the next candle on the 3 minute, you don't think it's going to go there because the way it's been moving on the pre-market. So you can see there early pre-market. So this moved all the way up to like 730 and then came all the way back. You just draw your line here. This is a little trend line, breaks the trend line. So you have a nice move right here to 7. 7, and then you have another move right here to 8, and then another pullback. This is another pullback right to, what is that? This is like 832, then we broke 850. And then right here at the open, that's why trading the open is like almost impossible. You're gonna have massive move right at the open, and then this went all the way up to 1150. Now, on this, I think this is a misprint. These candles, I'm not sure. Trade Idea shows it, and TC2000, but my E-Trade doesn't show it at all. So I'm not sure if that's a misprint. If someone could comment when I make this video, say if it's a misprint or not. I've seen it a few times on TC2000, you know, other software. It's kind of weird. And today this traded 263 million. I have 18 million float. What is the float on FinViz? It says 8 million, so somewhere in between there. Anyway, it's not a real small float. But if it's 8 million, that's a big difference from 18 million. So anyway, it's enough that there's volume was 263 million. So let's look at the 5 minute here. So if you're playing the 5 minute, there's a 6 line, the 5 line. You play this down right here. You're looking for the break of that 7, and then there's higher day right here, 733. There's another move here. Play 9. There's a few moves you can do. Play long on this. Now, the biggest thing, what do you see on this? Like I keep saying, 13 EMA is over 20, very long, smooth. Almost like, you know, a straight up, like on the angle. Not a straight up move, but beautiful angle. And there can be no way this is going through on that. See, even if on this is true, it went right through and came back. Because even if it is, it's a fake out. It can't go through that fast when the line's straight like this. And then this went all the way up to near 12. This was a great long. And like I've been saying, pre-market, all the news is coming out with small caps and everything. Pre-market's been the move. See, if this moves 3 to near 12, like people, why would you get up at 12? It just moved like $9. You don't want to get up there. It's impossible. It could it go again another 12? Maybe. You've had like plays like that. But that's the bulk of the move. Remember I said bottom of your screen, the top of the screen? This takes up the whole screen, that move. So then you have backside, front side and backside. I had my doubts when this was here. I'm like, how far can this go? And then it's short, little move here, little move, but nothing. I call it was like a half a pyramid. Pyramid's here to here. The front side was a pyramid. The back side, it stalled like building it. So you go to the daily. And computer stuck here. I get it all the way over here. So this one is high as, you know, it's the 11 line. And then you had 11 here, 12, then a little bit higher. So you can see that cluster of moves, and that's where maybe you could have saw where it was going exactly. So this was a big move. Strange move that KODK is. Yeah, there it is. This is 6:39 a.m. reading FinBiz. KODK wants a photography bet. Now sorting as a drug maker. They're doing drugs. I don't know. I guess they switched their whole plant. That's kind of strange, but it's a profitable business now to get into COVID-19. So makes sense. So this is a tremendous move. This was the leading gapper pre-market, I believe. I don't have the, I said the gainer. So this is what you look for. If you're trading small caps, you have to get up early. I'm on the East Coast. You got to get up and be ready to trade these because you're going to miss out on a huge move. All right, so that's that. Fran. Let's see what Fran had in the news. Excuse me. Fran soars 42% after second quarter outlook forecast. Sales increase. Fran partners with POP develop mobile application. So a lot of good news with Fran, and I have on FedBiz 2.75 million. The float. And where is, I'm looking on trade ideas here. Oh, here it is, 2.75. So that's pretty good. Extremely small float. And let me just take this over. Get my lines out of the way here. You can see this. See on the daily chart? A lot of spikes, but it really, the low, weird chart, the low kept getting higher, even though it was getting crushed every time it made these moves. See here, crushed. This is all colored. It went all the way up, fade it down. But look what you see here. Look at the volume. Today, 32.4 million. The volume has been strong on the up days. The down days are just down. They're normal, you know, you get like 1.8 million. So this is a spiker and a good low float. Let's go to the 3-minute. And 3 minutes, this all started early too. This one was a little bit later. You had 7:33 a.m. So this was nice. You had a few good plays here. And then you just take what the chart gives you here. The move up, let it form a pattern. If it's going to spike and keep going up, let it do that. See on KODK, excuse me. They were smaller candles. See these little moves? There wasn't really a massive candle. Look at Fran. Fran had a big candle, then it's another big candle, so it's chopping back and forth. So don't get in on that. Let a move form when it charts like that. See this? This is momentum. This is pure momentum. So over 613. And then where to fall down? So right here, you have 550. And this was an indecision spinning candle, spinning like doji, whatever you want to call it. This touched as high as 6 and as low as 5. So right in between. And this is why you don't want to go big size pre-market, because they will jar out these candles, go smaller size. Go anywhere from, you know, a few hundred to maybe 600, unless you have, you know, a huge account. But you have that support here. You see 550 support. And then you see 13 going over 20 EMA. Right here, see the curl here? That's why I like using 13. People use the 9. 13 and 20 is perfect. And then it curls up. move, 7, and this took off all the way to 10 plus. And this is a 3-minute. I'll go to the 5-minute. 5-minute, you have 6 here, and then all the way the same thing. And it's even wider. The wider you are, you know, the bigger the move. It's so bullish, and then eventually it's going to collapse. So this was a fast move, and then it started to collapse. Get front side, back side. There was nothing here. And like I said, this move from like, where's that candle? Like 450 all the way to 1040. So that's another big move, and it was all pre-market. And we fade it down. So, and this has done this before. So look at each chart, whatever you're trading. See, this has done it before. Look at that wick. Look at it. The same. That's the same color. It's the same filled candle, and it collapsed. So, FRAN was another good one. Had legitimate news. Small float. Another pre-market. These are going to move pre-market. These aren't going to move here, you know, during the day. They do, but when there's news, that these are patterns that you'll see over and over. DNJR, Golden Bull, what is this? Let me look this up. Golden Bull Lemonade completed 17.2 million financing and is delayed. No, that was July 7th. Anyway, the float on this is 3.76 million, so small float. Not great volume here. I mean, you have to get smaller size in it. OCGN started to move over 25 cents. This is a small penny play. Reached near that dollar. There you go, 96, and then it collapsed. So anytime you're near that dollar, watch for the dollar roll or a dollar fake out and collapse. So this move pre-market, and we got all the way up to 95, then we fade it down. See this? Just draw your line. If it breaks this line, you know, it did here. I wouldn't trust this. You can tell by the chart. It's not, on these days, it looks stronger. You can see the nice candles. It's getting very chopped up, so that was tougher. SQBG. Good buying today, but this is another chart. This ain't a good one I would trade. Shows from the daily chart. VCRA, 4.7 million, and this has been downtrend. It spiked way back in January, and 30 just got over to like 33. This was a nice move today, not bad. If you're long in the 5-minute, you get a 10-minute, and see a lot of these wider moves. That's what I mean. If you go to the 1-minute. That's why I can't use the 1-minute. You have to be a scalper. There's so many like candles here, and that's what I go by. I go by the 13 EMA. I like watch how it's moving. You'll be stopped out all over the place. 2 minutes tougher too. But there are times that'll give you, you know, like a play like this on these higher stocks. That'll be nice candles. You've seen on some of them plays. I forget which one, but which stocks. But see the 3-minute. 3 minutes getting a little better. It's just you want to take out the noise. See, all these candles are 5-minute in between. I mean, in this candle is a 5-minute. So, and then you look at the 10. Up at the 32. On this, you just keep your line at 32, and it broke over. It's ascending triangle. Always to the right. Well, a triangle break, and it'll be small. So see how small that space was? And then look how you wrapped here. That's what it does. That's the hammer candle touching the 13 EMA. 13 over 20, it's a long all day. So that's what you look for. You need multiple time frames. MFH, choppy, not a great volume. SBPH, late day move. Here's a great short. SPPI, Spectrum Pharma. And see, this is what I mean how pre-market. This moved 4:05 a.m. So I think 4 a.m. is when it actually will be trades happening. So see the move here on like KODK and FRAN. They started here and then built their way all the way up throughout the morning. This is already up. So why would you get up here and make a trade? The space, this jumped like $3. So this has already made its move. Unless it has to prove it has to break that, and then it came down. This is a short. Draw your line right here. try these spikes, nothing, and then it faded. That is a great short. That is a, you know, like a $3 short right there. And on the daily, I had this one mapped out. This has a big gap here. So if you draw a line here, you draw your line, and then I would draw a line right here at that bottom, which is a little under 4. So look at this here. So this has a big gap above. Spectrum Pharma, let me look this up. This has a float, 109 million, 114, yeah, it's about 114, 109. Well, Spectrum Pharmaceutical stock is on fire today. Spectrum Pharma spikes in positive lung cancer treatment. So that's good news. And this has a huge gap right here to fill. Now, this fill, they didn't like it and put it back for some reason. Usually, with these gaps, they'll start moving, but this might come back in even and then come back up. With this space, this is a good chance to be filled. If you have good news like that, it's already been crushed, so I would keep this on your radar. Good volume today. All right, SYPR. This isn't bad. This is over over 125, penny play. See, once over $1, held, got the 207 daily chart. This is pure. See that? 66 million. A lot of spikes here. This has pretty much been garbage, but came in strong today. So that is a nice move on that. SYPR had 11 million float. SGRP, nah, I don't like that. And you do your list in the morning or whatever you're doing, even if you trade that morning later, you know, just put on, look at the volume. Some of these stocks, look at the daily chart. You can tell how they moved from before, if there have any legitimate moves in them later. Like SNGX, this is another one. See, this was spiked way hard. 7:05 a.m. This is like, this is taking up 275, like 50 cents right here, that big candle. So it's too big of a candle, then it faded. So the pre-market's telling you what it's doing. You know what I mean? It's telling you the moves. If it's slower here, then get in long. So that's how that is. On the daily on this, this has been in the steady uptrend, but it's very choppy, very choppy. SSDK, this was a nice long. This is pure momentum here. Big candle, excuse me, the 5-minute right over 46. And then it's like double top to 52, but that's a nice $6 gain. And this had 1.4 million. And this was each day. See, this was a kind of a close, like 1, 2, 3. Just put in 4 good candles. Usually you'll get maybe 3, like on these gaps. But down here wasn't great volume. That's why it's only 323,000. That's why. But I like buying at least 2 million most of the time. MEDP. This is a quick spike. See, it's hard at the open. I mean, this showed a nice candle. Was it wild candle? You could have put in maybe something here, 130. But then this faded. So that faded. CSU, SOHU. This happened early pre-market again and fade. ONCS, go down the list here. Exla, 120 million. This is put in big spikes before and then faded. LPTH, nothing there. Going down here. Usually your top 10 will be your best plays, but not always. Yours down the list there could be moves. TNET, look at Acer. I think Acer. Yeah, look at Acer. Acer is a gap from like 16 to 6. This is looking interesting too because it's like putting in these spikes, getting higher here. I don't know what this does. Therapeutics. They might do some COVID news. Watch, and this thing will spike. CSPR. SO and M. This is what I mean. This is a clear, this is like, it's, you can't trade that. Garbage. Apex. Test. Naked. CVLT. WT. All right, going down here. INSG. So you play whatever the chart gives you too, whatever it gives you. See the move here, you know, say you're watching it, and then hits this 5-minute candles, comes up. 1150, look at this. Beautiful lines here. These are quarter lines. You have a line here. Now, where's the chance it's going to go here to here? You're going to play this line. Or if you want to play maybe here, put in a limit order. So here and you have here. So this line's closer to here than here. So that's all you're playing. You could put these down, see even closer, but that's too close. And then just took off all the way to 1275. That was nice. PSTV. This is a former spike. Yeah, this one. The trend's been up on this though. So they've been pushing it. All right, HT going down here. What else we got here? WAB, Boxel. Boxel's a former pump stock. See this? Dennis had some good news, I think. Really spiked now. Watch this come. See the low volume here? This will come back to the 13 MA, maybe bounce and come up. That's a known move right there. Jill. Yeah, Jack. I think Jack. This is spiked before. It's another spiky stock. VFF. This is, I believe, pot stock. Nice move here around the bottom. Another move up. So it's been a good long. It broke out of this channel. FBC, STKL. It's been on fire here. This is a good long here. This was at 150 and it's now 650. SEA, what else we got here? Diffuse, AC, Wimmy. Look at that gap down. Yikes today. Is it today? Yeah, look at this. So Wimmy had the 2 spikes. Draw your line, has to get over this. Now this didn't hold the 13 May. Sometimes it'll bounce. A lot of times it does, but this time it didn't. It's way down here. Now you have a gap here, so that could be interesting. Yeah, RRR, the Rocks Resorts, holding steady, Sun W, SNDL. So a lot of moves in here. Okay, so let's take a look now at the SPY. Dow Jones was down 205 today. S&P down 20. NASDAQ 134. Small caps minus 16. VIX plus 59. 25.33. Commodities, gold 34. It was up. Excuse me. 1952. Gold's up 21.15. Silver's flat. 24.49. Oil's 40.97. So let's take a look at the SPY today. We're hanging in here. You have stimulus news. They're trying to pass it. They're still negotiating. Like I said, the 1320 MA right here. We'll see. If this doesn't hold, then watch this. If not, then we're going further down. Pretty simple on that. We've already crossed down on stochastics in the SPY. DJI, Dow Jones. This is already crossing through. Try to hold. Watch this. This goes further down. We can hit 26. And we'll see there. So the news could spike it back up though. Like they passed the bill. That'll probably spike it. NASDAQ. I have all these lines. These are from way back. I drew these lines from 2015 all the way back to like the 2000 bubble and all that. So let's give it a daily. So the move up here, and this looks like this could be a head and shoulders, but came up, came back down. So we get a lot of choppy play here. The trend is still down though. It's trying to cross the bend here, trying to go sideways. We'll see. It might touch and do this, go back down. So to be determined. It's kind of choppy on that. Dow Transports, always good to look at. Trying to get above 10,000. It's hanging, it's hovering. So that is that. UDAO, Pro Shares, it's really coming down now. We'll see if this line holds, like I said before, on that. SPXL. Yeah, 1, 2 touch. That's why I made this lower now. Let's see if this comes back. That's like the ultimate line. It's already coming down. TQQQ. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is even better. We'll see if this line holds. That would be very, I believe it will hold. Looks like it should hold. TNA. You have here this 30 line. Been battling for so long. We'll see what this does. FAS. Same thing, you have 23.6 fibs, which is 36 almost. Up high. Very high up though, so we'll see what happens financials there. Soxel. Been battling 61.8 fibs. There's a lot of chop here. This has been moving up. You know, you get big candles chopping around, then we're back up, we're back down. Great for day trades, tough for swinging these right now. Excuse me. LView, biotech bulls. Had this one candle, I thought maybe we're gonna come up now, but looks like we're gonna dive deep back to the 20 below stochastic, so we'll see on that. Nougat. This is an inside candle today. Red candle, hollow candle. We gapped up hard, so you gotta watch that. We're up very high. Gainug. And these can come back and test it, so you gotta be careful if you're long here. UCO. This is crude, not really doing much. The ERX. This is low energy bull, sort of sideways, broke out, but it's not getting in direction. We'll defend. So you had a falling wedge breakout, and then we're up to 12, came back. This fake candle, so it went through, but the 20 still over to 13. This is a reverse. That's why it's not breaking. We need that curl and to come up. 3 candles bad here, the 5-minute. It's very choppy. It's very hard to get long now. We'll see if this comes back to this line. Because you have Boeing. Let me look at Boeing here, because this defend is a basket, and Boeing's one of them. Look at Boeing broke that 170. Came back up though, and it's oversold here. It's at 12. So something might happen with the news here. And this is going to break up. We'll see. Those defend in. In is very high up. That's what I mean. You buy here, sell here. Stochastics. Stochastics, one of my favorite momentum indicators. You have 80, 20, 90, 10. 90, 10 is the extreme part. That's even better. Nail. Nail is here. That was on the June 29th. Look at this. This has made a move from 22.60 to a high of 44. So it's like a $22 gain. So I don't like it up here. It's going to keep going. Who knows? But we made a move here to here. I like this to pull back 13. We'll see if it does this. It'll be a great pullback. And then you have ultimate pullback would be here, that trend line. So we'll see what happens on that. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at VIX. VIX is trying to hold that 20 floor, say it. It's still coming down now, so we'll see on that. UVXY. Again, this is in a downtrend. It's been a little bit of bounces here, coming back down. Still oversold, but not bad for the lungs. SDAO. Slowly coming up here, see it? When we get above here, make it move up. Watch that. SPXS. This is trying to get above 7. SPQQ. This has been a long downtrend. And then you have the bottom, try to come up, 59. Just hanging here, so we'll see. It's very high up. Stochastics, it's been down for so long. TZA, flat, sideways. This is a lot of chop, very tough. But it is very oversold there. Could get another bounce like FAS. And like I said, FAS is very oversold here. You have a 1657 move up right here. And on this move, you know, see here, stochastic high, did all these moves back in March. Then it oversold. To reach that over, you know, 80-20, doesn't have to get over it. It can get close, like right here, got very close. And then here's a big spike. So we'll see. But this, it can't stay low forever, so there will be another spike. So watch that. FAS stocks. This is like sort of sideways now. We'll see if that goes up. LABD. This is a wedge down, and then this is trying to come up. So this is very bullish. This is one's up very bullish. This is low price though. This doesn't move at all. So yeah. Dust. These are the opposite. These have been buried. I had these in like a wedge, but even this isn't working. This is like so tight. But it looks like it wants to come out. Look how tight this is. Buried. I don't know when, but it will spike up. And that's the same on JDST. You know, this is in a tight channel down wedge. Let's see what happens with that. SEO. This is crude oil bearish. It's sideways here. It's trying to come up here. Watch on that. ERY. Like I said, ERY, this is bearish energy oversold here. It's at, it did a move back here in June, and then we were as low as 35, and as high as 59. So it's made a big move. Again, this is the first move, say it down, up. We crossed, but we put in, it looks like the low on this, and now it's trying to come up. So this is a good candle today. And took off late. So if you're playing like 20, 80, 90, 10, and this is down, you still want to get to this point up here. So this has a chance to run up here. Oil has been kind of flat for a while. So like some oil plays Oxy. Say it's like petering. This isn't nothing. APA, Apache, coming down. Nothing. Penny stock, Bohr. Still nothing really. All right, your favorites, the cruise, shippers, liners, not shippers, liners. This is like broken way below trend now. I gotta move this down because this is gonna be a new line. And you want to take it down to here now. That's like the ultimate line. You have one, almost like two touches now. This went down. You had a fake breakout. See, this is right here. Try to get through. And the reverse what I was saying, because the 20s over the 13, it can't break through. And it was a fake out. The 13's got to be above the 20. So this is all fake. But it is extremely oversold. We might get another bounce on that. RCL. Tight little symmetrical triangle. See what happens with that. CCL. Let's see. CCL. So I did this line at 1, 2. This is very oversold too. Very oversold. This thing has dropped from a high of 25, 27 now to 13. NCLH. 1, 2, 3 touches. This might be better. This could touch here. This is at a 9. So that looks interesting on that. So that's where they're at. Airlines, HA, this is big breakout again. Like I said, it went through the 20, but it's reversed. You need the 13 over the 20. So this went down, and it's not doing much. It's very oversold, but JetBlue, another one. Just a lot of chop. Tough to read on these. It was easier in these when they're very oversold, then we had a bounce. But now we're in chop city. Love. It's a Southwest. You can see there. What other? AAL, American. Sort of holding ground here, but we have to have some good news, and this really takes off. Any virus news? Virus, as far as I mean, bullish vaccine news, and this thing will pop. Will all pop. So that's it. The financial REITs, MFA. Sort of sideways here. This looks like it wants to get up here, but it's not doing nothing right now. Hall. Should across here, not much. IVR. Same thing, it's just hovering. PEI is my swing trade idea long for a major move, because it's had it pop up here, and you can see the lows. The lows keep getting higher, and that's it. 1, 2. I wouldn't think this is going to fall back much more. Look at the stochastics. You were up at high as 90. Then we had to move down here. Then we broke up, broke down, broke up, but the low keep getting higher. Draw your line right here. Draw a line right here, and look at that. See, it's a descending triangle, and we're going to break out of it. So the move's the upside. There's no volume in this, though. There's nothing going on. But I think of any positive news, we're at 120. This breaks the 140 easy. I have 140 because you have this back here, this big line, this. I would look for 140 to 150. This is a Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust. This has been going down since 2017. This was at 26 as a dollar now. And let me look at the financials on this. Low 64 million, current value 1.73 billion, debt value 1.82 billion, current debt 173, market cap 94 million, cash 11 million, revenue 324 million. It says institutional on that 29% and insiders 8.57%. So this is definitely a wild card play, a risky spec play. In the last trade, I got 620. Jose Corradino sold like 8,000 shares. And then the price, there's been a lot of acquired in May, but there's no price list. They could have been already timed. A lot of these officers and the executives have it already in the for contracts, whatever it is that they'll sell or buy. So it doesn't really list it there. So all right, so that's a wild card play. That's my swing. FE. First Energy, this again too, I like. This touched the 38.2 fib. It keeps touching this like 30 level and coming down. Looks like an L recovery here on stochastics. So this might even come up, come back down. Let's see on this, the 5-minute. Yeah, you had a huge spike and came back down. It's still a good long, you have that open gap here. SFIX. There it is. Your falling wedge, breakout. Came back to 23. It has a nasty candle today. Still oversold. I don't like that candle today. That was because the market was down. Like double top. Look at that. 1, 2. For your long, it's a good place to get in because you get all the support here still. It's oversold. It's not going to get much lower oversold. It's probably a fake out handle. We'll see. Or it could put in some weird tail and come up. So we'll see on this, but still to the long side. Look how oversold this is. It's not going to stay there forever. I did this back here and the gap down. This isn't a gap, but then I had to move up. See, this didn't move up on that move a lot. It was a quick trade and came back in, like double bottom, then took off. So we'll see on that. So that leaves us with the movers today. And again, penny stocks are hot. Looking at my trade ideas list, so many stocks like $7, $3, 60 cents. It's a lot under 20. So they have taken over right now. So penny stocks. Let me take a look at my watch list. I have a few different watch lists. My favorites. Let's take a look at my favorites. And I want to take a look at volume here. It's Dow Jones. There's the autos. Dow Jones Automobile Index. You see this, did a V recovery. This came way back. This is a major move up. That was on the weekly. Silver, let's take a look at silver. Like I said, look at this gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a major gap. This keeps gapping and gapping. It's as high as it can be on stochastic. So I wouldn't want to buy it here at all. You don't want to buy that high, especially overbought buried. Because anything to bring this down will come down real hard. Could it keep going? Yes, that's why it has to keep going. But the risk reward is not good there. What else we have? This is IAU, Comics Gold Trust ETF. Look at these gaps. Spike, and look at the buy-ins. Keeps getting bigger and bigger. This on the weekly, is this a double top? This got as high as 1863, and this one as high as 1872. So it's almost full circle here. Look at this move. 1, 2, double top and come down hard. We will see here what this does. That looks interesting. GDX. Making a move up. XLF. EEM, there's a lot of ETFs. QQQ, the Qs, WFC. Oh, let me get back to daily. QQQ. XLF. There's TQQ. What else we got here? Gold. There's gold. So let's go to the weekly in gold. And gold 2 was as high. This was back 185.85. This is getting near the end. This could be like a double top. It's going to break above and keep going maybe 200. I could. But I want this to pull in. This is going to pull in. Did this back in, what's this candle here? Back in March. Here is Bitcoin. The grayscale of Bitcoin Trust. And this was a sort of symmetrical trend, more descending. It's broken out, breakouts. We'll see what this does here. This could get back to that 16 level on that. XLE. Where's Bitcoin Trust? There it is. Good buying there. What are my other moves here? D-Gas, natural gas, get rid of that because it's la la land. UWT is gone too, get rid of that. You guys, this thing is gone. All right, what else we got here? Here's Bitcoin. Here's GX, BT, Gemini, Bitcoin trade price. There was a high back in January 18. So you can see here, Came all the way back, and we bounced again, but the highs getting lower, lower. This broke out of that, which is a good sign. If this can stay above this, this might come back in. It has to stay above this trend line. And then, you know, we start moving up. Then we could get back 13, 15, maybe something's up here. That is a good sign to see, though. Go down. 20-year bearish. What is this here? TMV. 20-year from the TMV. That's going down. There's the RY. UTRY, there's Saxel. I'm looking for, there's IBBB. There's a Treasury, that's what it's trying to say, Treasury. This is going back up. FAS, let's see. FAS, Gush. Gush done? No, Gush is still going. So I'm going through all these here, KRE. There's, let's see here. Trying to find, I don't see it here. Trying to find oil. They have the, where's that here? Here's XI, which one is it though? Yes, refineries, oil limited, drilling. Oil is a IX something. Darn, which one is it? Let's see, IX. Oh, here it is. Your IX is gold. All right, there's gold. Wait, gold isn't 1,000. That's not right. IX. I had it somewhere here. I gotta find it. Anyway, let me see here. Gold, where's my notes? Low floats, IPOs, my favorites, oversold. I don't think it's in these though. I'm putting gold. This is annoying. I can't find it. Gold. $447. I'm getting tired. I was at the gym. I'm beat. Oh, where's it at here? Oil. I'm trying to find oil. Yes, service. No, it's oil. I went to total oil. Like light crude. Anyway, I got to find it. So that's it for now. All right, recap, small caps again have been dominating for a few months. Pre-market, you got to be there. Good news for COVID. There, you know, these stocks are pumping. Kodak getting the COVID business. They were in blockchain business, so they're doing anything to make money here. And you know, let me look at Win too. One more thing, Win. Yeah, I said, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles on Win, and then we had a nice move up today. So it's trying to hold the 70 level, looks like now. So your oil plays are like going back and forth. Casinos could be start heading up again. Your REITs are doing nothing. Cruise miners doing pretty much nothing. They're getting very oversold. Airlines are back and forth doing nothing. So, and you get your ETFs each day. So there we have it. All right, please subscribe to the channel. And we will be back tomorrow with more recaps, more going over the stock market, some trade ideas, swing ideas, and what is going on in the market. That's it. Please subscribe. Peace out. Thank you.